I tend to say Adeyemi or something like that. Yeah, Adeyemi. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got information in regards to Karim Adeyemi. We've got information in regards to one of our 15-year-old youth academy players moving to Liverpool, and it's creating a lot of chaos in social media. So I want to give you my opinion on it, and then, like always, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that as well. We've got Enzo Maresca. He's well and truly in training sessions right now with our players, and it's looking really good. So we want to talk about that, elaborate that situation. We've got a whole heap of other transfer news and Estevan Willian news as well. Now, let's get cracking into it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start things off with Karim Adeyemi. Chelsea are among 4 clubs considering a move for signing Adeyemi. Liverpool, Chelsea, Juve and AC Milan are the other clubs coming from. This is coming from Patrick Berger. Most of the news coming in regards to Karim Adeyemi to Chelsea is from the German side of things. I've seen Florian Plettenberg talk about it. And of course, Christian Folks is the one who's also reported earlier today. Let us just quickly have a look at the Christian Folks one, which is this particular news. Chelsea bosses are trying to convince Adeyemi to move to the UK. Negotiations between Chelsea and Dortmund are planned, who won £25 million. Look, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel about this? Right-footed, left-sided winger. This is what we're looking for. This has been the notion from the get-go since the transfer window has opened up. We have been told repeatedly, especially from Fabrizio Romano, that we're looking for a left-sided, right-footed winger. Now, Karim Adeyemi, ladies and gentlemen, is very underwhelming to me. A few years ago, there was a lot of hype. People were getting very excited, but I've now watched a bit of Karim Adeyemi, whether it's in the Champions League, whether it's in the Bundesliga. I've caught enough to make a judgment on this player. He's a decent player. He's a pace merchant. There's a lot of pace about him, but he's not ruthless enough. He's not clinical enough. His technical ability is sound, but it's not the greatest. Overall, for me, look, he might be a bit of an upgrade on that left side to let's say someone like Mudryk. I don't even know whether he's an upgrade to Sterling. I still think Sterling's a far superior winger, even now when Sterling's probably on the decline. Karim Adeyemi, I truly think it's probably because of the age, probably the fact that it's only 25 million, his wages. Let's have a quick look. Let's actually have a quick look. Adeyemi age. So he's 22 years old. What's his wage? He's 22 years old, and his wages at the moment is 5 million euros per year, which is approximately 96,000 per week euros. So I don't know how much. I don't know. So he's on £81,000 per week, as you can see. Let me see if you guys. It's quite okay. Let me just enlarge that. All right, there you go. You should be able to see that. He's on £81,000 per week. Looks like that's the salary at the moment, and he's a 22-year-old. That's probably the only thing that's going for him, and it fits our project, right? Age, transfer fees not that much. Wages, we probably could feed him around, I don't know, 120,000. But for me, it's just underwhelming, man. He's not he's not he's not going to lift the roof off the stadium. Do you know what I mean? He's not someone who's going to, he's not a game changer. Like Michael Olise, for example, when we were linked with Michael Olise, obviously he's a Bayern Munich player. Like for me, that was a game changer. For me, Karim Adeyemi, it's just not a game changer for me. But, look, it's another body. He's 22. Can he improve? Maybe he can. Yeah, he's young. Sure. He's got room for improvement. Let me know if this is a smart purchase or not, ladies and gentlemen. For me, it's underwhelming. But who knows? I'm happy to be proven wrong. Maybe our scouting team has seen something and they probably believe that he's only going to get better and better from here. We've seen glimpses. Of his quality. Obviously, he scored against us a couple of Champions League seasons ago on the first year under the new ownership. I remember Karim Adeyemi scoring that goal. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about this player. As I said, my final verdict is that it's quite underwhelming. I understand how it fits the project. model. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, lots been talked about this particular player. Liverpool's financial offer is smaller than Chelsea's for Ngumoha. This is coming from Academy Scoop. Now, there's been a lot of news. Let me see if I can bring that out for you guys. He's moving towards Liverpool, and a lot of people have said that they're breaking the wage structure for him. He's only 15, you know. He's only 15. Look at this. Watch Liverpool FC saying Rio Ngumoha. He's literally a mix of Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. Jaw-dropping. He's only 15. I mean, are we really going to do this for a 15-year-old? Yeah, I don't know. Liverpool closing in on a deal to sign Rio Ngumoha for the academy. His debut for the under-21s as a 15-year-old. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Rio Ngumoha ready to complete his move to Liverpool as exclusively revealed yesterday, with final details being discussed. Formal steps to follow, with Liverpool really confident to make it happen, as they've been leading the race for 1 week. So look, let's talk a little bit about this, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea community, Chelsea fan base in social media are going ballistic with this particular news, that why are we letting go of such a talented footballer to a rival like Liverpool? He's 15 years old. You know, we are stockpiling all of these kids in our football club, and we're not giving opportunities to our kids who are talented, who could potentially become superstars. This is probably one of the reasons why, you know, someone like Neil Bath left as well, along with Jim Fraser. In recent times, we've talked about that. All I'm going to say is that, look, yeah, we can sit here and moan and cry about it, but at the end of the day, he's 15. I know you guys will say, well, Jamal Musiala did the same thing. He left Chelsea at a young age. Chelsea should have done their best to keep the guy, but he left. It was his choice to go to Bayern Munich, and look, he's turned out to be a superstar. Look at all the kids we already have, ladies and gentlemen. You're bound to lose out here and there. You're not going to be able to keep everyone. That's simply impossible. You're getting Esteval. We're getting Kendrick Paez. We've got Cole Palmer is young as well. These players need to grow. Nicholas Jackson is young. So many of our players are so young still. And we are going to sit here and cry and moan about a 15-year-old going to Liverpool. He may turn out to be Jamal Musiala type. He may turn out to be the next Kylian Mbappe. We don't know, though. He's 15. So much can happen to a kid. You just don't know. And I believe Chelsea's, I think the rumor that's going around is that Chelsea has tried. It's much like that Jamal Musiala. Maybe this kid has seen, and his parents have seen that, look, there's probably no future at Chelsea Football Club because Chelsea keep buying all of these other young kids all over the world. There's probably no future at Chelsea Football Club, and they're looking to move on. I don't blame anyone here. I don't blame Chelsea. I don't blame the player. I don't blame anyone. I blame the circumstance. I blame the circumstance that we find ourselves in. Had we not gone out there and bought all of these young kids for the future, then sure, you build up your academy. And maybe this is something that we're working on down the track with the new academy structure that we've put on now. Joe Shields leading the way. We've brought in a whole heap of other people now trying to establish the new structure of our academy, definitely mimicking the first team and playing the same style. Down the track, I'm pretty confident that we're not going to be so busy in the market, and we're probably going to bring in players from our academy to fill the void in our first team. So look, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Let me know. I know a lot of you guys who are youth enthusiasts, who are massive on our academy players, which is fine, which is great. It's good to see that. I'm pretty sure you guys will tell me that, nah, Miz, we've made a massive mess out of this. No problems, different perspective. But for me, I'm not going to waste my time and just cry about it like many people have been in social media. Now, Enzo Maresca, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen a lot of clips of him day one. Now, day two clips are running around. The training sessions are fully up and running. He's providing instructions. He's providing, informations to players specifically on a one-on-one basis. It's all looking good. I'm buzzing for the preseason. I'm buzzing for the season that's coming up. I believe we're going to be tactically a lot smarter. I believe we're going to not just run around like crazy, dogs out there. We're going to be very smart. We're going to control games. Yeah, it might not look pretty all the time, but it's going to look very methodical. which this is where football's going. Unfortunately, I know a lot of the old school fans out there, they want the back and forth basketball type of games where goals are flying left, right, and center, and there's chaos. Nah, football, if you want to win something, if you want to achieve something now, you need a lot more control. You can't allow the opposition to dictate terms. So, look, Enzo Maresca looks like a serious gaffer from the first couple of days, the clips that's been circulating around. And I think our players hopefully can buy into his information, hopefully can buy into his idea and his philosophy, and I'm pretty sure we'll shine. It's really up to the players now. Obviously Enzo Maresca looks like a particular manager who is going to drive that intensity and it's going to drive the ideas to the players, but it's up to the players to deliver at the end of the day. So let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. All I'm going to say is that obviously in social media, everything's hyped up a lot. A lot of people are already taking some of his tactical videos where he's showing where the players need to be, and they're comparing it with Poch. Poch never did that. Look, we need to just calm it down a little bit. We've seen clips of Poch do that as well. I'm not bothered about that. I'm more bothered about, I need Enzo Maresca to really drill in game plans to these players. When we come up against opposition, do we have a proper game plan? And that's something I felt like Pochettino, I didn't feel that he always had a game plan. And some of these players have spoken about it, that it was always about running. It wasn't about tactics, as Moses Caicedo has mentioned. So look, hopefully Enzo Maresca, it's going to look good. There we go. This is one of the clips where Enzo Maresca giving orders as to what needs to be done. It's good. I like it. I absolutely like him, and this is nice to see. Look at him just barking those orders. No, it's beautiful. All right, great stuff. Now, a little bit about Estevão Willian, ladies and gentlemen. Brazil first team are thinking about calling up Estevão for September matches. Their staff believe they have not seen something like this player in a long time. Look, I'm not surprised, man. This kid, he's a proper sensation. There's no two ways about it. He's a proper sensation. This kid, the kids we bought recently, like obviously we're a bit skeptical when we first buy these kids, because we're like, we need something for now. We need something for present. We can't really think about the future. But players like Henry Paez, players like Estevão, if you really take the time and watch them on a regular basis, which I have been in recent times, you start understanding these are not normal kids. They're very, very special players, man. And Henry Paez, Estevão Willian, in about 12 months' time, when they're able to join Chelsea Football Club, they'll be ready for the first team. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of adaptation time, especially Estevão Willian. Honestly, every time this guy plays for Palmeiras, either a goal or an assist, without a shadow of a doubt. This is not normal for a 17-year-old. Honestly, it's not normal. And their decision-making skills, their skill set in totalitarian is fantastic to see. So this news of him being linked with Brazil, where Brazil been really pathetic in recent times, I understand why Ronaldinho said what he said. I fully understand what Ronaldinho said, what he said recently, saying that this Brazil, it's not worth watching this Brazil. Not back in his time. Ronaldinho back in his time, wow, what a Brazilian team that they had back then. Charisma, flair, athleticism as well. At the same time, lots of skills, lots of technicality. So, look, this current Brazilian team lacks a lot of that, and I'm not surprised that someone like Estevão Willian is linked to join the senior team. The only issue for me is I don't want this kid to burn out, man. He's still a kid. We have to be so careful. Chelsea have to be so careful that, look, he's playing on a regular basis for Palmeiras now, which is fantastic. Keep growing. Add in international matches as well over the next 12 months. Yeah, I just don't want him to burn out. Not burn out, but don't. I'm just worried that you might pick up injuries here and there from playing a lot. I'm just a bit concerned. No, you can say, well, Henry Paez already plays for Ecuador. So that's true. Like, look, in one hand, I think I'm just being overcautious with Estevão Willian. On the other hand, I'm excited that he's going to play for Brazil and he's going to be able to learn a lot from the senior players, and he's going to develop as well. So there's both sides of the coin here that we just need to balance out properly. Maybe, someone like Henry Paez, international scene was a blessing for him, and it's been good. Perhaps For Esteva, it might also be the same. Let me know your thoughts. How you feel about him joining the international team such a young age? Obviously, Kendry has done it. Why not Esteva Willian? But you worried somewhat that is he going to burn out? Which he's a kid. So Kendry Paez over the last 12 months has really bulked up, and that's something that Esteva Willian probably needs to do. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea. We'll have a look if a top striker becomes available. They have cooled interest in Duran and David, whilst Jonathan David, whilst Omar Dion is being monitored. Look, none of these names. Duran, my days, John Duran, that disappeared very, very quickly, didn't it? There must be some attitude problems with Duran, and that's probably why we've gone out of that. Jonathan David, another one of those underwhelming names, but it's better than any of these names listed here. At least he's capable of scoring goals, and he's done it at the highest level. Omar Dion, that's just a lot of money for an unproven player. It just doesn't make sense to me. Chelsea are very motivated to offload Lukaku, Kepa, and Sarr, whilst Broja, Cassidy, Chalobah, and David Datro Fofana could all leave. Gallagher's future is up in the air. So we already know these were the names that were getting circulated around. And then hopefully soon we're going to start seeing some departures of players from Chelsea Football Club. It's needed. I don't want Enzo Maresca to be, have a bloated squad to work with in the preseason where he has to give game time to everyone. It's not ideal. Don't forget, apparently there's supposedly 40 players reported for the preseason. You do need to cut that down to about 22 or max 25, something like that. So that's a lot of players that need to be cut down. And I know a lot of them are from the academy. They'll go back to the academy, no problems. But there's a lot of players that need to leave. And there's a lot of players that probably need to go out on loan as well. So hopefully we get that sorted very, very soon. So we know who the playing unit is, the squad, the complete squad that's going to compete for next season. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please make sure to comment in regards to Adeyemi. In regards to that 15-year-old academy player, Ngumoha, I think that's how you pronounce it, and everything else we spoke about Enzo Maresca as well. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.